Hello guys, it's Nixon back with a video on the channel. So, I just want to wish you all a merry late Christmas. I'm really sorry, but I hope you had a blast with your family and friends and just had a blast. So, today we are going to talk about one of the champions that was just included in the 10x banner event that is now over. And his name is none other than Setram. I got a few of him. So, his promotional skills. He has something called Devastation, which increases all damage by 10%. Shielded targets take 30% extra damage. So that basically means he's a good shield breaker for clan boss and other mobs that has shields on them. And he gains that on the Awakening on promotion 1. On the promotion 2, he gets a larger range, which makes him very useful everywhere. In gear raid, clan boss, the new Christmas event that's out right now, he's really good for that one as well. The breaking the shields because he shoots so fast. On promotion 3, I'm really sorry. You get something called Annihilation. When the hero attacks one target, it multiplies multiple times, increase the crit rate by 1% and crit damage by 2% each time for 4 seconds. This effect can stack up to 15 times. So that's pretty good. That basically means you can skip out on a lot of crit on the build. Yeah, and for the promotion 4, he gets a talent enhance. Each attack launch has a 20% chance to unleash fists, smashing target, dealing 140% damage and inflicting target with stun. The fewer targets in range, the higher the extra damage, dealt up to 20%. And then the rest is just flat out stat increases. So for skills, let's jump into the skills, the most important part. So as I said about the Annihilation, this means, since I have the promotion and Awakening 5 on this beast, I can get a lot of use out of this. What this does is making so you can skimp out on a lot of crit in the building. So say for example I got 70% crit here. Now we'll get an additional 19% crit. That means I can skimp on a lot of crit, but it has its uses. If you want to use this for the gear raids and such, probably want to build out the crit to 100% to get the full usage out of this guy. But if you're just going to use it for the clan boss or other stuff that requires only one target, you can build him in such a way that he only needs a certain amount of crit, because his skill is going to carry the rest. So this one, Devastation. This is really simple skill. It just increases his damage overall by 10%, and then shielded targets take 30% extra damage. So that's pretty useful talent actually. That's pretty good for clan boss. And his basic attack, just flat out damage. And then this is where it gets fun. On the his ult, he shoots a lot. He shoots fast. So this is where it becomes important to build a lot of speed on this guy. A lot of speed. So he basically just increases damage over time, and he shoots really fast. You can see it on the video over here that he shoots fast. And after the ultimate is finished, he takes a self-repair phase where he's down for 8 seconds without doing anything. So just keep that in mind when you're placing him specifically somewhere. He also has this 2.5 second long cast time on his ult. So let's go over his Awakened stats. So on Awakened 1, his A1. Entering Fortress stance grants a buff for up to 2 allies with the highest current attack within range. Deals 30% more damage to enemy units with shields. Lasting for 15 seconds. So this is basically just an enhance on his ultimate. He becomes really good, and he buffs every like 2 targets within his range. His A2 is just a stat increase, 300 flat attack. That's pretty good. His A3 is increased damage by 3% for each tile between the target and the hero. So that's going to be huge. That's huge damage. And penetration, I think that's just penetrating to the defense. Just minor 8%, so it's not that huge. And then the A5 is just a 5-second longer overloaded. So let's talk about artifacts and what you want on this artifact. I don't have the best artifact in the world on this guy. I don't have that many good artifacts. But what you do want to look for is either the Spirit Siphon is a great option, or you can go ahead and buy yourself his own Setram exclusive mythic artifact. So the difference here is pretty small, or small whether you look at it. But the difference between the mythic specific artifact for Setram or the Spirit Siphon is about 3% damage. This data comes from Fastidious on YouTube. He made a video not that long ago where he experimented a bit with this exact same setup and came to the conclusion that it was like 3% from a fully upgraded Spirit Siphon to a level 1, I think, level 1 Setram Mythic. So where can you use this guy? First of all, he is great for doing guild bosses due to his immense amount of damage. I can show you where I did. Today I did Nightmare 1, where he did 12 million damage. He broke mainly the shields on the boss. Then he did a 12 million damage. That's quite a bit for my level at the moment. You can also use him in gear raids, such as gear raid 2 and 3, due to the high amount of single target damage this guy provides. He's also just a great all-rounder. He works everywhere, really. I've done a lot of campaign these days just to get some shards, but he works. He's been a real hero when I'm doing that. So let's go over stats. What you want to look at for your gear. So you mainly want to get yourself to about 12k. This is from a mid-game stance. So about 12k attack in total. You also want to focus on getting him as much speed as possible, because he's really slow if you don't gear up speed at all. Keep in mind that his ultimate also scales on the speed, so the more speed you have, the more shots you get through in the ultimate phase. Crit rate, as I said, is you can either build him for guild boss or for all-around purposes. If you want to use all-around purposes, you can build 100% crit. And if you're going for a guild boss, just take the amount from Annihilation. See how much crit you can get if everything goes to plan here. But for an all-rounder, just go for 100% crit chance. That's the best way to go. And for crit damage, just get as much as you can into this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have other suggestions to what I should make videos on, be sure to leave in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be making a lot of these videos in the future. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one.